Okay, in this video, I'm going to go over group assignment, constructing and presenting effective arguments using critical thinking skills. This is where 25% of your overall mark. It is due week 13. You're going to get into groups of 3 or 4. I'll show you how to do that later. You're going to use the information we learned in chapter 6 and chapter 9. As well as doing some own digging. You're going to have to do some research here. You're going to have to get 4 or 5 current and relevant sources of information about your topic. It will be 5 pages in length approximately. So this is what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to figure out what is a current controversial moral issue that you're interested in. You are going to do a bit of research to see why that is controversial and a little bit of background about that information. You're going to write an introduction about the moral issue. Like I said, a little bit of background about why it is such a big issue, either in our community, in our country, or on a global scale. Then you're going to present 3 arguments on either side of the moral issue. So 6 arguments in total. And this is where it is a little detailed oriented because, as we learned a few classes ago, there are different types of premises. And you are going to need to include these different types in your arguments. We have descriptive, prescriptive, analogies, and definitional arguments and premises. Those have to be included in your argument. So it's not just going to be all imperial based or descriptive type of information. You're going to use different types of premises throughout. So you might have to do some digging to go back and to figure out the different definitions of what all those premises are. Here's an issue. I chose the issue of should humans eat animals? Should we eat animal meat? So maybe the argument is, or the issue is, will we live longer if we stop eating meat? So that's one of the arguments within the broader issue of should humans eat meat. I've chose premise number 1 is a prescriptive premise. We should strive to live longer and healthier lives. Therefore, we should not eat meat. Vegetarians are 40% less susceptible to cancer than meat eaters, and vegetarians have a stronger immune system and on average live 6 to 10 years longer. So the conclusion in this argument is we should stop eating meat to live a longer and healthier life. So that is an example of one argument. In this assignment, you need to pick 3 arguments for the issue and 3 arguments against. Hopefully that makes sense. So after you've outlined your arguments on either side of this controversial moral issue, you're going to have a conclusion and an appendix including the following. What I've also done is I've attached the handy dandy rubric as always, so you can go through and see how you are being graded for this assignment. So you'll notice that you have a proposal to complete, an introduction, the background, and then the bulk of it is right here, is in constructing arguments on both sides of your issue using 4 to 5 current and relevant sources of information. So this is due week 13, as I said. It's going to take you a little bit of time to dig into the research and get things done. Prior to that, 5% of your grade is going to be this proposal. Week 11, you are going to submit this, and this is to demonstrate that you have a sound proposal for this assignment. So you're, like I said before, you're in a group of 3 to 4 students. You're going to outline the issue. You're going to list what information that you're going to use. The assignment at this point does not have to be completed. All I want is an outline to show me who is in your group and who is responsible for what. This is a sample of a chart. You do not have to use this chart. I just want to see who is going to be completing what work and when do you want it done. So again, in this example, I put should humans be eating animals, and then I'm going to outline which students are responsible for each argument. I think the ideal group size is 4 students because that way you can break up the assignments. You can put 2 students in charge of arguments for the issue, 2 students in charge of against, and that way you can divide the work up a little bit here, which will be a lot nicer than having to do it all together. It's just a lot easier logistic wise. Okay, this is the other thing I've done is for Blackboard, how you're gonna get into this assignment is under the menu on the left, you're gonna go down to groups. You're gonna pick view sign up sheet for this, and then you're gonna sign your group up under one of these tabs. Once your assignment is, once you've joined your group, then the assignment will appear here under week 9. But what you can see here is the assignment is not present yet until you've signed up. It's kind of a way that the program works, but if I could scroll down just a little bit more, you'd see that it's not there yet. It will not be there until you've gone over to this tab and signed up for a group. So, as always, if you have any questions about any of this information, please do not hesitate to reach out and ask. I've said it should be approximately 5 pages in length, and the entire thing is due week 13. The only thing you have to do between now and then is get yourself organized, fill out the proposal, and get it submitted through Blackboard.